Well, hello everyone. Mike Lowe here, streaming during the day for, geez, maybe the first time ever. Took a few days off work here, just kind of taking a long weekend, resting up. Work's been busy but fun. Gonna start to get busy again here end of this month, so I figured, hey, this is a good time to take a few days off, and figured during this time probably a good thing to work in some streams too. So I figured today being Thursday, I usually don't even stream on Thursdays, but again, I don't always necessarily keep a schedule, and it's been tough lately to keep kind of the Sunday, Wednesday, but that's still the plan. Again, just life and work's been busy, but again, jumping in here, we're going to be taking a look around franchise. I did post earlier this week a 41 game review about the quarter mark there for the Tigers through the season, and we'll take a look at that, and we will uh, really just talk about anything you want as far as sliders are concerned. Version 1.6 is currently what's up in the vault. So again, if I go look at this here, we'll see how that's performing here and doing. I don't see 1.6 on the first page. Let's sort by rating here. So it's getting pretty good ratings, not as good as the first one there. But overall, I really like 1.6. I mean, of course, always keep an eye on things for 1.7. But yeah, 1.6 has done really, really well. And not for everybody apparently, 85% rating, but who cares, right? The idea is it gives you a good base to start from. The game gives you a good base to start from, obviously, but kind of geared more towards putting the ball in play, a little more Diamond Dynasty gameplay, and then even the patch yesterday really, luckily, it only impacted, it looks like, Diamond Dynasty games. So I have played a game since then in my franchise, and it played very, very well. And I can kind of give you the lay of the land of the franchise here in just a second. But and again, if you want to see kind of like the stat overlay and whatnot, we can. I would check out that 41 game one. I think the only thing I didn't really look at too deeply were like the actual players on my team, like the actual specific statistical output. We looked at kind of just like league leaders. We looked at team rankings and things like that. But anyway, appreciate you checking out today's stream. Again, a very, very rare midday stream as I'm just not working today or tomorrow. So, and really 4 days, next 4 days. So, getting some golf in tomorrow and just kind of working some streams and things like that. So, I'm looking at, this is the 1.6 set that I currently have loaded. As I start to think about maybe some anticipated, changes for 1.7. I mean, first thing I can say, and this isn't for 1.7, just for people in general, is there's people who are using better teams, there's people who are better at the game, and there's people who are doing both, right? And there's also worse teams and people who are worse at the game. And so, again, adjusting contact power, those are really simple things, even timing, that you can tinker with. I mean, moving these around, I mean, they're at default, right? And there's almost like a reason for that. It really just depends on your skill. Those are very, very easy to move around. For me, they actually work really well on default legend. Human foul frequency is one. Again, I would keep it pretty darn low. But you could really adjust any of these in any particular way that you'd like, and you're gonna be able to adjust your input there with just a click or two, even combined between these four different sliders. So I think that would be good. Really, really like where the pitching sliders are at a lot. Again, as long as you're honest and you are throwing balls out of the zone and not just kind of Diamond Dynasty meatball everything over the middle, you're gonna see some walks. And I'll show you. I've been walking a lot of batters, probably too many lately. We did increase the human pitcher stamina for the starters. I think one of the only things I'm really maybe looking at is it does seem it's really hard to steal bases this year, but it's tough for me to determine that because my Tigers just don't. We have a couple guys who are fast, but they're not necessarily good base runners or they're base stealers. So it's been kind of hard to gauge that. And really statistically across the league, steals have been down, at least in my franchise. And again, this does not impact the sim games at all. So there's really not a whole else lot I'm looking at. I mean, this is playing really, really well. But I always keep an eye on it. Like I said, I don't believe in final slider sets or anything like that. But 1.6 is really, really playing exceptionally well for me, at least. And from what I hear, a lot of others too. So that's super cool. So I don't remember the last time we streamed. It might have been like this game here where we lost. I don't remember, honestly. But I am up to date, and again, I will be playing this game. But let's look at this Minnesota series of what's been going on. I really even go back to the Cleveland series. So we actually won this Cleveland series. If we look at the box scores here, and again, these are all 1.6, so you're going to see a big range here. You can see 2 errors there by Cleveland. But this is a game the Tigers went up 4-0. We were actually up 7-0 in this game. Ended up winning 10-4. It's just a game we were just hitting the ball. They've been rare, but this is a game that Jonathan Scope had 3 hits. He's hitting a lot better lately. Harold Castro's been he's cooling off now, but it has been red hot up until a couple games ago. Miguel Cabrera has been really, really consistent for us. Again, just looking at the extra base hits there, 4 doubles, a triple, and a home run. And then from a pitching standpoint for us, their starter got pulled out pretty quickly. You can see they had some unearned runs there. 4 different unearned runs in that game, which inflated the score. Michael Fulmer did not pitch great, but he did get the win. And the bullpen came in and did an okay job. And yeah, again, no save opportunity in that game. So you can see those 4 walks, even in the game that we won by 6 runs. So still walking guys. The second game of that series, this is going back to last Saturday. This was a game Cleveland led 1-0. We tied it up. They went up 3-1. And then we scored to make it 3-2, and that was it. So we did not win this game. A 1-run loss. Really, really tight game. I don't think it tracks men left on base, but if I recall, this was a game, you can see we walked them 6 times, by the way. I think we left a lot of guys on base in this game. It was just one of those games. It's been like that for a lot of us this year on this Tiger team. We just haven't had very many clutch hits, runners in scoring position, and some of that's the clutch rating. We don't have a ton of clutch guys on this team. But you can see we had a lot of hits, right? We were getting guys on base. We had 7 hits and 30 at bats. So I shouldn't say a lot, but I mean enough. And I guess a lot of the hits at the top of the order. But your cleanup hitter goes 0 for 4 with those guys on base. That's obviously going to be an issue. So anyway, but we drew 7 walks, struck out 8 times, home run, a couple doubles. Their pitcher just threw a lot of pitches, if I recall. He had 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. But their bullpen came in and did a pretty darn good job. Spencer Turnbull, again, didn't pitch terrible. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. It certainly didn't pitch great. Our bullpen did really well. Just couldn't muster that 3rd run to tie it. And then the deciding game was on Sunday. This was this felt like a soccer game. This was a really tense game. It was 0-0 all the way to the bottom of the 7th. Tigers made it 2-0, and that was enough to win this game. So again, same exact slider set, same exact teams. We had a 10-4 game, a 2-3, and then a 2-0 game. So pretty crazy stuff there. They had 3 walks, 9 hits. We had 3 walks, only 4 strikeouts. I should say 9 strikeouts. They had not 9 hits. Double home run, and I think that was the 2-run shot that won the game. Daniel Norris by far pitched his best game. He was awesome. He was super, super good. 7 strikeouts in 6 2/3. Buck Farmer. Those are the 3 big guns that have been great for us in the bullpen. Farmer, Cedeno, Vizcaino. And all 3 of those guys pitched, and they all pitched well and were able to get the win. And so that took us to this Minnesota series. We've played 3 of these 4 games. I was really hoping to win 3 out of 4 here because that would have brought us back to 500. That has not happened, unfortunately. First game, again, exact same slider set, 2 errors for Minnesota. They had 19 hits. This is the day after shutting out a team, right? Same exact sliders. 19 hits for them, 11 runs. We had 13 hits, 8 runs. We actually, you can't see it, we trailed this game like 6-0 in like the first inning. Zimmerman, I think it was, just got shelled in the first inning and actually came back, forced extra innings. And I actually believe, I think it was in the bottom of the 10th or the bottom of the 9th, we had bases loaded with nobody out. And it was tied, and we did not score. It was like a strikeout, a line out to like a third baseman or something like that, and then just the third out was like a ground out. Totally heartbreaking. It was ridiculous. Like, we would have won this game. But we did not. It was very sad. So they walked 2 times, 6 strikeouts, which is not a lot over 11 innings at all. So just for whatever reason, they were just putting the ball in play a lot that game. For the Tigers, we had 5 walks, 10 strikeouts over those 11 innings, 3 doubles, a triple, home run. Boy, I wish it showed left on base. It was really, really shocking. So you can see both starters. Their starter didn't get out of the second inning, gave up 7 runs. But then the bullpens did really, really well. And Zimmerman, same thing, 5 runs, did not get out of the first inning. And our bullpen did okay. Vizcaino, check it out, he finally got hit. So he was in there. He pitched he closed out the 10th for us. came in and pitched most of the 11th too, and just he was just tired. He was tired, and we pushed it a little bit. But we had used so many pitchers that day, we were running out, and it cost us. So gave up some big hits there. And then we came back the next day, another soccer game, and we scored 1 run in the 6th inning, and that was it. 1-0 win. So again, bullpen came through. They had 9 strikeouts, 4 walks. We had 2 walks, 5 strikeouts while batting, just 2 doubles. Really, really crazy game again. Odorizzi pitched really well. Their bullpen pitched well. Their only run was unearned. And this was Matthew Boyd finally having a strong outing, by far his best game of the year as well. And then you can see the bullpen, the usual 3 coming in and doing their job. So that takes us to yesterday's game. And this was again 2-0 Minnesota in the first. We made it 2-1. Then it was 3-1. Then it was 4-1. Then it was 4-2. And we just couldn't keep pace with them. Right, ended up beating us 8-4 again. They had just as many hits as them, but they were cashing in, and we just weren't. They had 7 walks and 41 at bats. But again, that's not plate appearances necessarily. But 7 walks, 7 strikeouts for them. Cruz is like the MVP of the league right now. Nelson Cruz has just been sick in this franchise. For the Tigers, we had 6 walks, 8 strikeouts, 1 error. And you can see they're pitching there. Fulmer, again, just did not pitch well. 6 runs, but 4 of those were earned. And yeah, we just couldn't keep pace. That was the story of that game. So where does that put the Tigers at this very moment? It puts them in dead last in the American League Central, but only 4 games back. Only 4 games back. This again, we look at our division. The White Sox are starting to pull away a little bit. They have a pretty good record, 5 games above 500, but it's pretty mediocre in this division. So it's actually helping us out. Cleveland actually holds the top wild card spot. The Twins are basically tied for the 2nd wild card. So I mean, we're only a couple games back of a playoff spot at this point, but it's a long season, and that doesn't always usually help a bad team. So again, we'll see a little bit more of this as we go. I've been adjusting the lineup a little bit more. I mean, honestly, Jordy Mercer has been like one of our better players. He's kind of on base of 407. He's only had 75 at bats. He comes off the bench, but Victor Reyes has started to cool down a lot. But he's young, and I still like his potential. I still kind of want him developing into a leadoff guy. I want that discipline to get better. I mean, let's look and see if, have we been able to overcome a bad discipline rating with him? Not really. I mean, you really want that leadoff guy closer to about 10% based on ball percentage. And he's just not really cut out for a leadoff spot. He's a nice player. I really, really like having Victor Reyes, but he's probably a guy that right now I'm going to start bumping down, and may even start just really trying to find a spot for Jordy Mercer to be our leadoff guy. But the problem is he has to play second or shortstop, and I guess we could take out Nico, who hasn't been hitting well, but I really like Nico Goodrum's defense, and that's just a huge priority for me at shortstop. And so we really don't have a leadoff guy that I'm comfortable with. Moving forward, it's something I think this team's going to be looking for. Jordy Mercer is not a long-term solution. He's 33. He's nice for this year. But truthfully, he's probably a guy we'll look to move at the trade deadline because he is having a nice year. Let's look at his base on ball percentage, by the way. So he's at 11%, right? This is like by far a career high for him. So he's kind of slowly having a career year at this point. So again, just a guy we'd look to move. His defense isn't terrible, but I don't know. I want to have a really, really good shortstop, no doubt. I could take Christian Stewart out, but I like his power. So, I mean, that's an option because then I can move Harold Castro to left. I mean, that's probably something we'll start doing a little bit more because Christian Stewart, I like him. I want him. He's been hitting a little bit better, but he's just been really cold for us. And again, he doesn't really bring much defensively either. So, maybe that's something we can do right now is start kind of doing something like this. But see, then the problem is I can move Jonathan Scope to third, I guess. I don't know. I still don't think that works. I mean, I'm just going to stick with it here, but because I'd have to move Nico to the outfield. And at that point, I might as well take Nico out. So anyway, we're just going to let it be. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Today's pitching matchup is Jordan Zimmerman versus Rich Hill. We give these guys a quick look here. So Rich Hill is their number 4 starter. He's a lefty, and starting to regress a little bit. He's 39 years old. It is the Rich Hill from the Dodgers. Pitches well during the day, which I think today's game is a day game because it's a Thursday, and those are usually getaway days. So he is susceptible to the home run. Definitely susceptible. His ERA is pretty inflated. If we look at his advanced metrics so far, it just hasn't been very good. Really nothing special at all. He's been quite wild. You know, but we'll see. His ratings are really better than his performance. Jordan Zimmerman for us, kind of the opposite. His performance has kind of been better than his ratings. He's 33. He's also starting to regress a little bit. 4.5 ERA, but his advanced metrics are better than that. Actually, they're not now. Oh, that's right, because he got shelled his last game. So his home runs per 9, really, really high. That's dangerously high. Of course, he's got great control. I think he actually leads the majors in walks against. But that's his makeup. I mean, look at his base on balls per 9. That's exactly what he does. He used to have the control artist quirk, but now that he's down to 79, that's now gone. So yeah, he's regressing. So again, kind of a tale of two pitchers here, both struggling, both a little bit older, and yeah, that's what's going on. So let me just jump in here. I have 2 off days next week. Let me see if I make sure I'm not missing any. Oh, there are some chats. Hey, what's up, Awaken? I appreciate that. He says he loves the sliders. Glad to hear. And he's using 1.4, and again, kind of at the very beginning of this stream, I was talking about the sliders, and you know, if 1.4 works for you, like I have so many people like, oh gosh, I'm getting really good results. Should I switch to yours? Like, no, like you don't have to do anything. Like I'm not keeping score of who's where. The whole idea is, you know, building on a slider set that works for people. And as we go, I would just say, you know, look at the changes I make from set to set and just see if it would apply to you. If not, if you're getting good results, don't worry about it. Not one bit. So Awaken's doing the right thing here. Just sticking with 1.4. And that's super, super good to hear. Yeah, I mean, Mercer obviously is a much better hitter than Goodrum. You're totally right. He's been better for us. And I don't know if this game like shows us like fielding metrics. Does it? Sorry, I get confused because I play this and out of the park baseball quite a bit, and I know the one does, but like I don't know if we have like. I mean, there's fielding percentage that doesn't tell you jack. You know what? I mean, so you have range factor, but range factor is really just like how many balls you're getting to. And some of that's just how many. You know, it's like your shortstop's always going to have a higher range factor than like, you know, your I don't know, first baseman or something like that, right? So that doesn't tell you a whole lot. Is that really all they have for defense? Errors, fielding percentage, which again are kind of useless. Jeez, yeah. Well, let's see what the range factors are. A big difference. So he was over 4, but again, I mean, Mercer does play second base a little bit more for me, so his might be a little lower. They're the same. So yeah, I mean, maybe that's something. Maybe that's something we start to do. I mean, the guy's not hitting, right? And this would give us, I mean, a 1 through 5. Even though Cron's not hitting either, but he's still hitting for power. So I mean, this does give us something. Maybe 60 steals. I like to put our best base stealer 6, and there's a whole theory behind that because these guys don't need people stealing in front. Ideally, again, my Tigers team's bad, but the ideal, like if you look at like a, you know, again, sort of like advanced metrics for how to set up a lineup. One of the first things it's going to tell you is that the lineup really doesn't matter a whole lot. It really doesn't make much of a difference where you could put Miguel Cabrera lead off. It's very, very small. Like over the course of a season, you're talking like a run or two. It just doesn't really have a huge impact, at least what people think. But one of the things they do talk about that can help is by putting your best base stealer sixth instead of first, because these guys, again, a lot of the times these are power hitters. You don't really want to risk getting these guys thrown out. You want them on base for when these guys do hit home runs to turn those solo shots into 2-3 run homers. And by putting your best base stealer six, again, that keeps your best 5 hitters here. Most of these guys are going to have some power. But down here is a lot of guys who, maybe hit singles, and they're just not great hitters. So if you can get stolen base, get in runners in scoring position, you can start sacrificing people over, not necessarily with bunts, but again, just like hitting to the right side, getting this guy to third, and you can start to generate a little bit more runs here. So I try to set that up too. So Cameron Maybin being at least on the rating standpoint, our best base stealer. It's interesting though, because he kind of has the makeup of a lefty, right? If you look at his splits, he actually hits righties better. So I treat him like a lefty. So I actually kind of like to keep him and Christian Stewart separated from each other a little bit. So I would actually probably go with a lineup like this against righties. We're actually facing a lefty today. And I'm going to leave Nico in against lefties. I don't know, does it give us splits lefty-righty here? I think where it might, let me look. I think it actually does if you go to player stats. I think you'll start to see some more stuff here. I hope. And maybe we'll see some more defense. Let me look for defense first. I'm really curious. Assist put out. So yeah, you're seeing more. But again, those are pretty useless. So again, range factor. So those are split stats, which we'll take a look at, but come on, more defense stats, please. Nothing. Damn. But watch how bad this will be. Oops, those are careers. So average with runners in scoring position. And these are usually inflated, right? Because there's pressure on the pitcher. We only have 3 guys who are above 300. Yikes, that's really bad. I mean, if we just flip through other teams, right? Let's go to some teams I haven't even played yet. I don't think we played Oakland. So again, you got 4 guys. No, maybe it's not that bad. I've seen some teams that are actually maybe it's not that bad. But again, still early. But anyway, lefty-righty splits. I want to look at Nico Goodrum. Can we put both these on the screen at the same? Yeah. Okay. So on the left-hand side, oddly enough, is the right average. On the right-hand side is the left average. But I guess let's see. So Nico, he's actually worse against lefties. He's just been bad. Sucks too because I like Nico Goodrum. He's actually a really good shortstop in this game. And then where is our boy? Where'd he go? Jordy Mercer. He actually not hitting lefties either. But again, really small sample size, most likely. At bats for super small, right? At bats versus lefties, 22, 26. So not a whole lot to say there. So I'll probably let. Hell, I might even let them both play. Oh, I wanted to look at Victor's stats against, see if he's doing. He's a switch hitter, but I'm curious if he's done any better. So where's our? So Victor Reyes, lefties versus righties. He's been our leadoff guy most of the year. Okay, so he's definitely hitting righties a lot better. It's interesting. Talked about our best base stealers. Let's see who it is statistically speaking here. Victor Reyes for sure. So I probably will put him in that 6th spot then. So anyway, just we're facing a lefty today, so looking to make some potential adjustments here. I'm gonna look at Cameron Maybin too, because he again, I mentioned he's kind of got the makeup more of a lefty hitter. Let's see if that's translating into the stats here. Yeah, he's pretty even, but yeah, he's hitting righties a little bit better. So that's interesting. just looking at where I want to put these guys defensively, because like what we could do is put even Cabrera at third base, take Candelario out entirely, but there's nobody really else I want to put in the lineup. This is the lineup. It's more just about defensive positioning. Candelario can only play the corners, so can Cabrera, so can CJ Crone. So yeah, unfortunately, Nico's got to go into the outfield then. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Should be pretty good. So anyway, let's jump in. Let's do these games a quick rundown here. And again, the reason we do this, I say it on most streams, is just to ensure you don't get too many complete games over the course of a season. Just check it day by day. Really easy thing to check. You just scroll over to complete games. 6, 7, 8. So we've been stuck on 8 for a while. Basically, for looking to be around 45 to 50 for a season or so. So again, you can kind of pace yourself off of that. I saw some stuff. Let me just check the chat one more time to see if there's anything we wanted to see before jumping in. What's up, Badger? Yeah, again, like Goodrum's got a really cool makeup, right? Switch hitter, he's a really good defender. He can play anywhere, but he's just not hitting for us. But it's still early. But yeah, it's weird. Like the 72 rating for Mercer, but like I've just found overall ratings don't mean a whole lot. Like Buck Farmer has been lights out for us, and he's like a 66 or something. He's just been awesome. He is. So yeah, Ryan, Miggy is in line. It's a ways. Let's back out and look at that. And I'll show you Buck Farmer too, because I was just chatting about him. But it's one of the things I really like about this game, and I don't know if it's a placebo thing or not. I mean, some of it's just statistical variance, but Buck Farmer is a 70 overall. I think some of that's from morale. So yeah, he's a 66 normally, but he's just been sick for us. And again, this is the biggest thing right here, right? It's only 18 innings. I mean, really, you don't even know what you have until you're at least probably 20, 25 innings or so for a guy. But he's just been really good. I mean, super, super good. I mean, K per 9 is, look at his career averages, right? He's almost doubled it. He's nearly cut his walks in half. His home runs have come down almost half a run. And his advanced metrics are just as good. They're not as good, so that does kind of tell us he's been a little bit lucky. But still, like, it's not a fluke. He's been pitching really, really well. It's just been super, super cool to see. Whereas like Joe Jimenez came in, he was normally the closer. I changed him to relief pitcher because I just didn't like his clutch. Actually, I liked his clutch, but I didn't like his home run. Right? I didn't want a guy in one-run games with a low home run rating being my closer. And he is a 77. I'm sorry, he's number 77. He's a 71, and he has just not been great for us. So about the same amount of innings pitched, but a 6.27 ERA. Still striking out guys at almost a career clip. His walks are up. His home runs are also up, but he's kind of had that pattern, right? And that's something when I saw this, I'm like, that's scary for me for a closer. That's how you lose a lot of one-run games right there. So, and his advanced metrics just haven't been really good for most of his career, unfortunately. He was really good in 18. But I mean, that's really been it. And so it's kind of like a show me season for Joe Jimenez. But so looking at Miguel Cabrera, because he's I don't know if I'll hit it this year. So if I switch to, these are career stats, right? And of course, this is real life career stats with what I've done with him this year. He's approaching 1,500 runs, which I mean isn't a huge deal. He is approaching 3,000 hits. But again, I probably won't hit that this year. He needs, 138 more hits. So that's a lot. I mean, if we look, when was the last time Miguel Cabrera had 138 hits in a season? He did last year. So he's definitely done it. So maybe it'd be kind of cool because it'd be towards the end of the year if I did. So you figure if I'm a quarter of the way through, actually I might. I definitely might. So he definitely might get to 3,000 hits. Home runs. I need 21 home runs with him for 500. So same thing. You know, he's got 2 right now. He's only on pace to hit maybe 8 to 10, which is kind of what he hit. I mean, guys, look at this. When was the last time he hit 20 home runs? Right? It was in 2016. He's only done it twice since 2014. So like this power outage, like people, you know, oh, the sliders aren't working. It's not true at all. He's just not a power hitter much anymore. Still really works well for against lefties, but he's more of a gap hitter with that clutch rating, with his high contact. I mean, he used to be a hitting machine. He just lost that hitting machine quirk. It looks like that like just happened because I swear to God, I had it yesterday. So anyway, yeah, he's regressing, obviously. So he's got that coming up. So there actually are a couple things. Yeah, kind of cool to see those. So should be very cool. The computer has not made any trades yet because I have my trade slider pretty low, and I've actually thought about bumping that up. I'm going to bump it up on Friday, so basically tomorrow. I usually go through the whole month, but I haven't seen any. So I don't know if this year they just kind of toned them down a little bit, but I'll probably start clicking it up to 4 and 5 rather soon. I like to leave it off a little bit, at least through like the middle of May anyway. So I don't mind that there haven't been. I don't think there's been any trades at all though. Yeah, there haven't been any. So. And that's okay, because gosh, the other problem is you had every single prospect in the world getting dealt out. So yeah, Waken. I'm gonna do everything I can. I love Miguel Cabrera, man. I mean, he's just been probably my favorite Tiger ever to watch play. I named my dog after him. I just yeah, I'm a huge fan. So it would be super cool to hit some of those, just achievements with him. It'd be super, super cool. And especially on a bad team, it's going to give me something to hopefully look forward to. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. But he DHs for us most of the time. Hey, Daniel, what's going on? So anyway, let's jump into our game, though. Start doing that. Oh, I know one thing that's been driving me nuts. You guys got to bear with me. I called up that Deathridge guy, and it's been driving me crazy. He has the same number as my manager. So the only time I'll like edit a guy is for a number. So he actually wants to be number 41. But he's 15 right now, and it drives me bonkers. So how about number 4, Mr. Deathridge? Or actually, that's Cameron Maimon's number, right? 24 is taken. Maybe about 34. If you like the number 4, I don't know. I might have a picture in number 34. Let's see. 35. I mean, it's Verlander's old number. That's kind of weird. How about 44? Gotta have things right in your franchise. What the hell? Why is he still 35? Did I not save that? Oh, shoot, I changed his age. Whoops. Guys, help me out. What was his age? Can someone go back and check on the replay what his age was? Oh, nice. Yeah, Guerrero's a great player. Guys, check how old. Somebody scroll back through the video history and let me know what Deathridge's age is. 24. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, can he wear number 44? Gotta have this right. Oh, come on. What is going on? Guys, what number should I give this guy? This is a big decision. He wanted to be 14. I guess we could do like 41, right? Actually, I think I already have a 41. Oh, no, we don't. There we go. Number 99. We're going 41 because I'm sick of it. He'll take Victor Martinez's old number. Okay. Now, damn it, we're going to play. Beautiful Comerica Park. It's overcast today. Just checking out the bullpen. Definitely got some guys who retired. We've had some extra inning games. We've had some rough outings for guys. But Jordan Zimmerman will go today. And here's that lefty lineup we just put out. Ooh, and actually they're starting Homer Bailey. So never mind. I was going to say, why is Harold Castro there? So anyway, this is the new righty lineup we're rolling out. Trying to give Austin Romine, he's got 70 at-bats. I'm trying to get him and Jake Rogers, pretty even playing time. And Jake Rogers is starting to progress up now. He's actually hitting a little bit better. The problem with him is just his defense is so bad. But if I go back and just look at Zimmerman, is he a guy that we're going to throw a lot of balls in the dirt? I mean, not really. He's not really like a big strikeout guy. So I'm actually okay starting Jake Rogers today. So we'll give him a look. Candelario's just been cold. I just kind of use him because he is a good defensive third baseman, and I don't mind playing him against lefties, but he's just been brutal for us. Nico's sitting the bench for the first time. We could put Deathridge in. I mean, Victor Reyes needs a day off, so that's not a bad call. So actually, Nico is going to play because we need some guys in the outfield. Because I'm thinking we're going to have to do something like this just to get some guys some looks. Oops, I didn't mean to take out. Sorry, it's Victor Reyes, not Cameron Maven. I think everyone else is okay because there's no one else. We'll put Miggy at first today. Deathridge's got a decent arm. He's a pretty bad outfielder. Yeah, I like that. So Nico's going to go to center field. Yeah, I think we're good. Sorry, just checking the chat really quick to see if I missed anything. It's kind of nice streaming during the day. Well, the pitcher didn't change. It changed from when it showed like the little pregame, like here's today's matchup. What will change if you back out is weather. I know weather will change for sure. So 124. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see how Mercer does. But yeah, I like this lineup. I think we'll be okay. It's one of the things I actually do like about this Tiger team because we don't have like superstars on this team. When I sub guys in, it really is just kind of like plug and play. I mean, the guys come in and just do their job. So there you can see our team rankings so far. It's a tough Tiger team, but playing better than I thought. We've got 3 bullpen acquisitions before the season started. One off waivers and Bard, Cedeno, and Vizcaino, who made me look like a brilliant GM because they're both ranked first for All-Star voting for relief and closing pitching, respectively. So the Twins have some really good hitters. They have a lot of guys who can hit fastballs really well. So I don't know. We'll see how Zimmerman does. I would say it's not a good matchup for Zimmerman, but really no matchup right now has been good for him. You can see he's very much a contact, 24 strikeouts in 42 innings. Much more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and that's true to life. That's how he is. So here we go. Let's adjust a couple sliders as we do at the start of every game. And here we go.
Leading off the afternoon for Minnesota.
See if the Tigers can split this series.
Luis Arias.
Every time they show that high heat sign in the outfield, right? It's like one of the advertisements. I always just wonder if it's like an homage being paid to a great throwback PC game, High Heat Baseball. I didn't play it a whole lot, actually, but I respect it. I know a lot of people really loved it. Good job, Jordan Zimmerman. That game was out, gosh, during the time of, you can see it there in right center field. But that game was out around the time I was playing an old game called Sierra Front Page Sports Football. It was the first football game I ever played online. It was the first football game I ever saw that had an off-season. I mean, this is back, my goodness, this must have been like the mid-90s, 93 or 94 or something like that. Super, super cool game. Still has a cult following today, as far as I know. But yeah, high heat baseball. Nico, get some action out in center field. He's like, whatever the team needs, whatever you guys need, I'll do it. That's usually what you say when you're hitting like 170. Whatever you need, coach.
Batting third.
Just don't cut me.
Hitter, Nelson Cruz.
Yeah, just 32 homers in 40 games. I mean, we just, not a lot of power. Speaking of a lot of power, though, this guy is pretty much in line for the MVP at this point.
Counts 1-0.
Hits fastballs. Does it show us the stats here? He's hitting 376. He's just been disgustingly good. Oof, that's not where I wanted that. Is the wind going to keep it in? Nope. Well, just as I was saying, right down the middle. It's funny, there's a part in the Moneyball books that talks about that. Billy Bean's kind of talking about him and Lenny Dykstra, who came up together in the Mets minor league system. And Billy, as we now know, is a very analytical guy and just dissected his at-bats, and he just kind of like overstudied and got into his own head and had trouble with hitting. And he remembers, I think the story goes in the book where he's they're about to face, it's like a spring training game, but they're facing, was it like Tom Seaver? It was like some like future Hall of Fame pitcher. And Billy Bean sitting in the dugout, just kind of overanalyzing, getting freaked out that he's about to face this guy, and just turns to Lenny Dykstra, who's kind of has a reputation for not being super analytical in a lot of walks of life, and kind of started talking to him about like, what do you guys, what do you think about this guy? What are you going to do? And he just kind of looks at him and is like, who's pitching today? Like, had no idea. But Lenny Dykstra went on to have a successful MLB career where, as a player, whereas Billy Bean did not. And that whole chapter kind of talks about how, like, just you can kind of be too smart sometimes for your own good, right? And maybe that's the case with that Nelson Cruz story someone just posted in the chat, that maybe if he's not the brightest guy in the world, but he can mash, I mean, he just gets up there and keeps it simple. And that's something I've said with the slider set. And baseball or slow pitch softball, whatever it is you're playing, it's having a certain simple mindset, whatever that is. It's kind of like a mantra, right? People talk about having like some kind of like meditative mantra if you're into that sort of thing. It's the same kind of thing. Just keep it simple. A golf swing, whatever it is. There are 10,000 things you can think about on a golf swing. But if you try to think about all 10,000, I mean, you're going to struggle, right? So it's like, think about 2 or 3 things maybe. And then just get up there and you just go with it. You try to sneak a fastball by. He's a good hitter, though. Alright. Take that. Now it's going to be breaking balls, the pretty much the rest of the at-bat here. Well, it's about as realistic of an inning as you're going to see, right? Nelson Cruz, he hit that ball so damn high. I thought it might have stayed in. But look at that. Alright, well, it could have been worse. There's nobody on base. Homer Bailey. I swear this guy pitched in like yesterday's game in relief or something. You know what might have happened is the AI might have had that, like where you go to start a game and it's like, oh, so-and-so has a blister on their finger and can't play today. Like, I bet you that's what happened with their starter.
For the Tigers.
Yeah, because like, he doesn't have full energy. That's exactly what happened. I think they had to like spot start this guy. So as far as repertoire, pretty standard stuff. We're going to see pitches a little bit lower in the zone, especially with that splitter. So that's where I'll be kind of looking. It's kind of like middle lowish, like just below middle. Just trying to hit some line drives, and it just depends on the hitter. With Jordy Mercer, he's not a power hitter, so I mean, all I'm trying to do is just hit it somewhere between the shortstop's baseball hat and the second baseman's baseball hat, somewhere like over their head. Just barely over it, right? Just kind of over where their glove can reach. That's the ideal hit I'm looking for. If I hit a gap, if I hit it hard enough and it rolls into a gap, awesome. But just keeping it really simple here. There we go. Got the pitch I wanted. And Jordy Mercer just hit a home run. So, all that talk for nothing. I think that's his first home run of the year, though. Look at this. This is like the Jordy Mercer gods are active on this stream. We talked him up. People were saying, Jordy Mercer's good, play him. First pitch, he just smokes the hell out of the ball. What is he telling Harold Castro? Like, yeah, he threw it down the middle, man. It's batting practice. Absolutely clobbered that ball. I'll take it. Harold Castro, a really nice player.
Harold Castro.
Same thing, same exact approach, really.
Nope.
Apparently they patched those little updates, the last 10 game stuff. Apparently those are more accurate now, because for a while they were kind of random and weird. Just a little bit late. So again, people ask, like, are you only looking for pitches over the middle? No, but I'm in no rush. There's nobody on base. And if I can be patient and see if he'll, especially if a pitcher is tired and isn't very good, if he wants to throw me a meatball, what's the rush? Why am I going to swing at this garbage? Much better player at home, and that matches up to his, so now it is showing the hitting machine quirk. That's weird. I would say he had it yesterday. As you can see, he's also a homebody, so those stats are telling the truth, it looks like. So with Cabrera, a little bit more power, but really not much. So same exact approach, just looking for line drives. If I hit something square like Mercer did, it'll go. You don't have to try and mash everything. So there, you see the break on that pitch there. Just try to, I call it a hiccup. That's what I try and do if I see that. Just have a little hiccup. Just wait a split second. It's not even a second. It's, I mean, a millisecond, right? Just a little hiccup on those. You see a pitch low and it starts to break. Lay off it. I don't need to swing at that. Maybe with 2 strikes, you know, I try to foul that off or something, but I don't need that. That's a good pitch, but that's not where I was looking. So now I'm looking really up and in, just because that's the area that I feel I have the least amount of time to react to. And then I'll kind of react out from that direction. And the reason I do that is, instead of having it in the middle at this point and trying to defend, you know, essentially what, like 8 different quadrants, if I have it up and in, I know there's only a couple directions I can go. It's down and to the right. And so the trick is not diving down to the right when it's unnecessary. It's really just looking for that up and in fastball first and then reacting to everything else other than that. So the simple approach for me is look fastball up and in. If it's not there, use that split second to react to whatever the hell is happening. So that one did just fall over the middle. There's no way Cabrera can stretch that. Maybe when he was a Marlin,
Batting fourth.
weighed about 40 pounds less.
Got us there. Go.
Now he's a breaking ball hitter, so here I'll be looking lower than the other 2 guys, especially because there's a guy on base. I don't want him to do a double play. And here I am, probably looking to kind of muscle something a little bit more. That's a good pitch, but I want a breaking ball. He's been a much better hitter for us lately. He was very cold. He's one of those guys who was hitting 180 for a while. But again, breaking ball hitter. Game inches there.
The designated hitter.
I had the cursor lower. I let go of it to center it. But that ball is higher than I thought. I didn't break down as much as I thought. CJ Cron, again, just looking to hit something hard. If I can't hit it hard, I won't swing.
At the ball.
Ball one, no strike. That's ball two.
I'm looking just slightly down. Middle, slightly down. I tried to check my swing on that.
Out.
Did not want to swing at that. Some hitters will check your swing. Others are going to have more trouble, so... Yeah, right. One more hit. I was thinking the same thing when he hit that.
Leading off
One more hit.
The right fielder, Max Kepler.
So he's one of the guys in the lineup I can throw a fastball to. It doesn't mean he won't crush it. They have a lot of power in their lineup. Kind of facing the Yankees.
Ball, that's out.
But he's had a good curveball today so far. Oh, that's going to fall in. That's with 2 strikes, too.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Marlon.
Haven't faced him this series, so he's subbing today. No speed to really worry about. I'm always worried about hit and runs with the AI, so...
Nope, that's down. Two balls, one strike.
Should be routine.
Batting seventh, the left fielder.
Cameron, make his first game in left field today. This guy's batting stance is crazy, huh? He was playing center field for them one game. It was the craziest looking thing. That guy's like a bowling ball. And he's out there running around in center field. Where's he playing today? Doesn't tell us. Now, I would put this in the dirt, but I don't trust Rogers back there much with balls in the dirt, so...
Oh, that's out.
That's too many curveballs in a row. A little late on that, so I'm glad I shook off the curveball. Probably get him with a slider now. Ooh.
Full count, 3-2.
Former Tiger Alex Avila on deck. Playing a lot of their subs today. Easy double play.
He's out. He's out. Leading up for the Tigers, the left fielder, Cameron Maven.
Just where I was looking. And I look a little bit low because again, whether it's the fastball, whether it's the split finger, should be able to square it up okay. So this is that whole thing I talked about stealing, right? But I don't know what Avila's arm is like here. It's not great, but it is accurate. Nepotism's finest catcher, Alex Avila. Boy, just missed that. That was a meatball. Don't need to steal when you get pitches like that.
No, inside. Safe.
Oh God, come on. This game really does. I think one of the best things this game could do is reworking their base stealing, or just the base runner pitcher interaction. Like left clicking should not take you such a big stride. Like I should be able to pick like, well, I want to go out further, but only a few inches, or like you should be able to really refine where you're at. I mean, there's only so many animations they have, right? And it's just that's the problem is it just triggers them too quickly. It seems like. Oof, tried to check that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, looking up and in. And when you're looking up and in, that's a tricky pitch to lay off of because it's in kind of the area you're looking, but it's not where it should be.
Full count, 3-2. That pitch is in, ball 4. Batting it.
Here I'm looking middle left. That's where his red zone is. Even though I really should try to hit it to the right side, but I'd rather make solid contact at this point with 1 out. Ooh, good pitch. Yeah, looking up and in. Still looking for his first major league hit.
Right fielder, number 41.
There's the bowling ball out in left field. I love that guy.
Leading off for the Twins, the catcher, Alex Avila.
Tigers GM drafting players like it's Little League. Picking his son, having him play on our team for, I don't know, I feel like more than half a decade. Had probably one good year.
Ball, that's outside. Nope, that's inside.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
He's Byron Buxton in Diamond Dynasty as my center fielder. He's super fast, good bunter.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Nico's a lot of action out there today.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Luis Arias.
Twins got some good uniforms. I do like them. They look a little bit like the Nationals. Or I should say the Nationals look a little bit like them, but
Hey! 1-1.
look at Jordy Mercer holding down the shortstop position. Sounds like Ryan might be streaming later today on the Sim Sports Gaming YouTube. Ryan, what are you streaming later? Fill us in.
Mercer.
Jordy Mercer's just gotten 2 meatballs today. 2 for 2.
Up next for the Tigers, the third baseman, Harold Castro.
Ball, that's out. Ball, that's out. Ball, in. Hey.
You know, it might be kind of neat. Like set up party chat and have like a 2-man broadcast. Like Ryan, I wonder if that's something we could do on some of these streams. It'd be kind of a neat idea.
Runner.
Still gonna turn it?
He's out.
Shouldn't have swung at that. It was just close enough. I thought I could
Up next
get a good hit on it.
The first baseman.
The AI, by the way, will never do that, right? They'll never send a
Cabrera.
runner. Maybe that's why. They'll never send a runner in 3 and 2, which is kind of silly. What's up, Darren? So Prospecting for Gold is Ryan's new series. That's going to be happening later today on this very YouTube channel. Looks like about 7 o'clock Eastern time. So a number of hours from now, not too long. Ryan, we'll have to try that out. I think my biggest worry is just like, can I actually focus? If it's easy for me just to ignore the chat when I'm trying to bat and whatnot, you know. But I guess, I mean, if it's like color commentary, I mean, color commentators don't chat during the play necessarily, so it could be something like that. Getting the gap. Byron Buxton. Gosh dang it. That's why I love him in Diamond Dynasty. Just runs everything down. Oh, Nelson Cruz is up again. Murderer's row of the Minnesota Twins.
Leading off for Minnesota, the third baseman, number.
It's really important to try and get this guy out, though.
Adriano.
Pretty soon in the stream, we're going to start getting to talk about trades and, you know, what should the Tigers do. I've actually added Matthew Boyd to the trade block. We'll definitely be making some moves. I'll be trying to sell off what I can, I guess. That's a nice pitch there. Ooh, I thought I struck him out. Come on. Zimmerman's just not a K guy, though. Oh, I thought he had a way higher contact rating. I thought he was one of those guys with like 90. Are you kidding me?
Now batting, designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
Oh, jeez. Jack Cameron. Look at those ups, too. He got it quick. First game in left field this year, I'm pretty sure.
Miguel Sano.
Boy, I hung that. Lucky.
The count. The count is 1-2.
Easy double play. Should be.
Out.
There's 2 double plays for Zimmerman. Yeah, I don't think I finished talking about Ryan's series, but yeah, prospecting for gold. I was explaining that.
Leading up for the Tigers.
Just getting caught up in the chat here. Yeah, Zimmerman's doing okay. His ball's getting put in play, but it's working out.
Second baseman,
All right, look for some breaking balls here.
Go!
Last 6 games hitting 357. Much, much better. Dang, just a little too slow on his breaking balls. I'm not looking up and in here. I'm still looking for breaking balls. But got to defend against fastballs.
Now batting, the designated hitter, CJ Crow.
Come on, Tigers. We got to get over this hump here. We always hang around every game.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Ah, that slider was too early.
Got it.
The lefty,
Our out of the park,
number 4.
our out of the park baseball league on
Cameron.
SSG. We're in the middle of our draft. Just made my
Maybe.
first round pick selection. That's actually up on the SSG website if you want to track the progress of that. And we got pitching change here. Again, Homer Bailey filling in for an injury, it seems. Did a pretty good job. Lead off home run, start the first. But pretty good after that. Also got our front office
Your
football draft
attention,
happening
please.
at the same time.
Now
So
pitching for Minnesota, number
I've made
68.
2
Randy
picks in that. I'm about to make
Johnson.
I had 2 second round picks this year, so I'm about to make another pick. Prior to this game, I'm probably going to be up here pretty soon. And it's kind of a delayed timer. Give teams, depending on what round, anywhere between 24 hours to like 8 hours to make a pick. Approaching the end of the second round. So a new pitcher, I want to adjust these sliders here. Although, it's a little early, but can at least put that one up. I'll leave that one here. That's okay. Fastball, splitter, pretty much the same repertoire. Ooh, what was that? I don't know about that one. Not sure how I missed that. So it's a slider outside. Tried to take a late swing. So I think the dual broadcast would just be, I think I'd have to set up a party chat. We can try it. The only thing I'm worried is if I pause and try to set it up now, it might stop the broadcast. So Ryan, let's do it on the next stream. I'll definitely have some time. The only plans I have right now is I'm golfing tomorrow afternoon. So, other than that, I'll be here. I might even stream again later today. I don't know. Depends how busy my wife is with her job and whatnot.
Kepler.
But I won't interfere with yours if you want to roll with it. No problem there.
That's down.
I always have these grand ideas. I'm too old now, but I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stay up late tonight. I'll do a stream. I'll stay up till like 2 a.m. Yeah, it doesn't happen. I'm in bed at like 9:45.
No strike.
Tired. I do a lot during the day. Get worn out. But sleep's just good. Plus, I like reading and working on my Rosetta Stone Spanish. There's lots of other stuff going on.
Aye.
Great pitch. I really like pitching with Jordan Zimmerman. I like that based on balls per 9, it really helps you hit your spots. I mean, he hits them like no one else on the team, really. It's fun. Not for $22 million a year, though. Thank you, Al Avila. But, yeah, it's still fun, though. We're going to go slider here. Crowd timing is a little off in this game, right? It's like the crowd cheered as soon as that ball hit his glove, and I mean, they should be smart enough. The crowd should know, on a routine, just bouncing, harmless ground ball, that's gonna be an out. In a baseball game, the crowd will cheer much earlier before it hits his glove. Tough play, yeah, when it hits the glove. Sure. Not routine. Like here, they're not clapping yet. That makes sense. If you caught that, they'd clap. Little timing issues.
Inside ball.
Nearly 2/3 of his pitches have been for strikes. Pitching really well.
Ball. Down.
Jordan Zimmerman, very nice pitch. Only a second strikeout. Again, just more of a contact
Now
guy.
batting, left fielder, William Astudillo.
Hey.
Just where I wanted that. Tried to
0-1.
can't keep everything down in the zone, and they'll catch on and start crushing me for it. That was a swing down in the zone. Yeah, Zimmerman's pitching well. Damn, I'll take it for sure. Especially because we're a team that usually doesn't hit very well. It's just a pretty standard Tiger game this year. A lot of soccer matches. By the way, I'm thinking about buying FIFA. I just don't want to pay $60 for it. I wish it was on sale. I know Super Mega Baseball came out too. I owned the first one of that, loved it. I don't know why I never bought the second one, because I loved it. I wish they would do other games. It looks really cool. I just truthfully don't have time. Like when I'm doing this MLB The Show franchise and trying to keep up with the real life schedule, it's like a second job sometimes. Like you have to commit time to it every single day nearly. It's a lot. So, and I don't like doing it so much in the off season because that's like when Madden comes out and NHL comes. I have too many times I've done that where I'm trying to play catch up and like I feel guilty if I'm playing NBA 2K or I feel guilty if I'm playing NHL because I'm like, oh, I should be finishing this MLB The Show. And like this year, damn it, I'm just determined. Like I'm not going on a vacation this year because everything's shut down. And just really trying to keep up with this as best I can. So, and I'll do it. I've done it twice before. It's hard, especially when you start getting into like August. I mean, August is a tough month to get through. It's a long. You are sick of playing this game, but got to fight through it. In the September, you start getting a little bit excited. But we'll get through it.
The Tigers, the center fielder.
A lot of room over there.
Good draw.
Hmm.
One and one.
Could be a big inning for us, I think. Let's do it. Trying to hit over that way, obviously. I'm actually going to go contact swing here because this contact's so bad. I just want to put it in play over there. Ah, quit getting under it. Those are on the ground. They're hits. They're not going to roll like that the way they go in the air. Oh my gosh. It's funny that the AI, like, again, I just want smarter AI in this game. Like, they won't adjust. Like, clearly, I'm trying to hit it that way. And they're just like, nope, he'll pull it.
2-0. 2 strikes.
But I don't know, maybe I will. This is why teams put on shifts. It's hard not to. Look at that. Still worked out for them. What do I know? Good job, Twins.
The catcher, number 34, Jake Rogers.
Yeah, I mean, you have to just kind of break it down. Daniel's saying he'd have trouble even getting through 20 games. Yeah, I don't know. It's not for everybody. I get it. I would never do it if this game didn't have carryover, and it's one of the, it's what sets this, to me, it's the best part of this game. Gameplay is really, really, really strong. It's not perfect, especially if you kind of consider AI as part of gameplay, but the gameplay is super solid. But it's carryover saves. I would never, ever, ever play this if there weren't carryover saves. It just, no way. I'd probably play Road to the Show a lot more and things like that. Because I like those modes. It's just hard to get it all in. I really, really hope NBA 2K gets carryover saves. It's something I've been just really, really hoping for. That's the only thing that game doesn't have, because I would be doing the exact same thing in that game, and enjoying it probably more, because that game's it's a more complete game, no doubt, especially when you talk about My League and franchise mode and things like that. Look at middle in here. Two quick outs. Damn. I knew this would be a tough team to take.
Number 41.
That's going to be my biggest challenge, is just like, oh. But it's been fun playing with players like Deathridge here. Brock Deathridge, still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 10 on the season, guys. He's actually hit some line drives pretty hard, just right at people. Oh ho ho! Is that his first hit? Look at that. 1 for 11. First hit, first home run. With his new number. Smoked that ball right down the middle again. A couple meatball home runs for the Tigers. Let's see if they ignore him in the dugout. That's a big home run.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jordy.
Oh, did Jordy get another one? Woohoo, Tigers. Jordy Mercer, back-to-back pitches. He's got 2 home runs today. It's 3 for the Tigers today. Just a hanging slider. Turning it on now. Yeah, I definitely think they'll make an NFL 2K. I mean, they're obviously doing a non-simulation one, and it's like, it just comes down to how you define that. Because it's like, okay, here's like, if I was a lawyer for 2K, here's what I would say. I'd be like, okay, so Madden has the. Let me think how I want to phrase this. So if I'm 2K's lawyer, and Madden has the market cornered on simulation football, I'll say, okay, it's yours. We can clearly see you have a simulation football game. That's what Madden is. You have that. We're going to go make a different game. It's going to be called NFL style or realism or whatever, because Madden isn't a simulation football game. So go ahead and let's just, all we have to do is just redefine Madden, right? So, or I should say, redefine simulation football. If Madden simulation football, fair enough, it's yours. We're hands off. We'll make a completely different football game, one that's actually realistic and not arcade. And that's how I would do it. I would just call it realism football or something like that. And so I absolutely agree. I think they absolutely will be making that game. I think they will find a way around it. Madden will try to sue them. But I mean, truthfully, F Madden. And I like Madden overall. I mean, I have fun with it. I don't think it's a good game. I think it's an average game. I think when you take everything into consideration, and a big part of that, like if they didn't have online CFM, it's just a bad game. It'd be maybe like below average at best. But it is fun to play in an online league. It can be a lot of fun, right? So I mean, I think there's something to be said for that, because outside of, I mean, really, that's probably the best online league experience. NBA 2K has one, but it's those flex schedules are always kind of weird, and I still think that one's really well done, but Madden probably has the best online setup. So you can't say the game's bad. But like when you're playing the game of football, whether it's versus a user or an AI, it's very arcade. It just is. Even on the most simulation settings you can set, it's an arcade football game. So go ahead, Madden, have that market cornered, but it's nonsense.
Now batting, third baseman, Carroll Castro.
Nope. That's inside.
Slugging Tigers today. This new lineup, I like it. It also helps when the Twins are tired and just throwing meatballs. Anyway, I think that all goes back to I was saying I wanted to get FIFA, but I haven't followed much of FIFA. And again, I just don't know if I'll have the time to play it, but all that conversation led us to Super Mega Baseball and all this other stuff. But I've been thinking about getting FIFA, I guess is the very, very long thing I was trying to say and all that. That's into the gap. Man, hitting today, we need it. We need it.
Now batting, first baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah, Daniel, exactly. I mean, don't call it simulation, just call it realistic. I mean, like, how can you trademark something like that? That's ridiculous. That's like trademarking like a certain section of like the atmosphere or like the air of like, well, we only here, it's clean air only. Like, okay, well, where does that start and stop? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, it's the same thing. So, Daniel's saying he's having trouble getting fade routes in Madden. See, I've heard different on FIFA. I've heard that it's like a terrible, or at least when it came out or something. I buy FIFA like every other year, every third year, but I haven't bought it in a few years, and I always like it. It's actually one of the rare games I actually leave the soundtrack on for because I think the soundtrack's actually really good every year. But like I heard that, and maybe it's just the FIFA crowd. It's maybe like a 2K crowd where like they're just never satisfied. The game's always trash, blah blah blah. But like I remember reading that like FIFA had like the two games that I heard had like really really rough goings this year was FIFA when it released, and then the WWE game, which has now unfortunately been taken down, or not taken down, but they're not doing they're doing more of like an arcade one, which by the way is gonna exactly what their football game's gonna look like if you're curious. But and so yeah, I just heard those games were off to rocky starts. Ryan says FIFA's awesome. Yeah, Ryan, I think you'd have a really, really cool stream. So Ryan actually lives in well, I don't want to blast out information. I'll leave it at that. But I think Ryan has an angle that could be a really, really cool FIFA stream. And so if he wants to chat about that or whatever, I'll let him do that. But he's got kind of a cool idea that he might be able to do with FIFA. So yeah, I don't have the newest version either. So yeah, it's always been a fun game though. Anyway, Tigers are hitting finally. I think I said it last inning we were going to start hitting, right? That was just an inning off. Or no, it was this inning. We just got 2 quick outs and then just started hammering the ball. Pitchers are all tired for the Twins. Screw you, Twins. I don't care. Oh, I could have probably walloped that ball. I love kind of low outside pitches. I love them in real life. It's just my spot.
Inside, ball 1.
Couldn't get the cursor over there in time, so it just kind of froze in the middle. Started the swing before I had the cursor where I wanted. It's a fun game today. Gotta hold on though. So always good to check in on your pitcher. 64 pitches through 5 innings. That's actually pretty darn good. So he's had a really good clip here so far. We don't have an off day till Monday. We have 2 off days next week, so we'll definitely get some good rest. But I would love for him to pitch because we could almost kind of use this as an off day for some pitchers. I think we play Seattle next. I think. I'm trying to remember now.
Three balls, one strike.
Vila's got a good eye.
That's ball four. Take your base.
Now
Keeping a really close eye on his stamina.
Byron Buxton.
Aye. 0-1's the count.
2017 Gold Glove Award winner. This guy was like considered one of the pretty much like what's it? Oh geez, pretty much when like Francisco Lindor was considered one of the top prospects.
The batter number 2.
Good player. Obviously hasn't caught on quite as much as
Araya.
Francisco Lindor, but I remember those guys were always. And maybe Buxton was even a little bit before Lindor, maybe a year or so. Okay, now it's definitely time to get some guys up. Everyone's so damn tired. I don't think we have any lefties coming up that I need to worry about, so I'm just going to go with Joe for now. If it's one batter, I could probably go Daniel Bard. Yeah, I'm good with that. Get to that. Come on. He wouldn't have caught it. And I know that looks weird on people that say, like, oh, some of the animations. But in real life, I mean, that's what you need to do with that ball. If you run up to it and try to make a play, it could be really disastrous. You just want to keep that ball in front of you. And that's all you can really do there. You can't take a diving stab at that with people on base in a game you're winning. So here we go. It's going to start to get very complicated. I'm actually going to pitch this up in the zone. Oops, it's too high. Wish they showed more graphics like that, other than when you had the bases loaded. It's a nice graphic. There's one out. He has a terrible arm, and there's terrible base running speed. But I would send him two. That's probably a good move. A weird hesitation for some reason. The only thing I can figure is that third base is not his primary position, but I don't know why that would impact his transfer, but it's okay. He's not a great fielder, so I'm okay with little hiccups and animations for guys like that. Like, there should be a difference, right? Maybe it actually made a decent throw. See that little double pump. Oh, goodness. We're definitely going to have a little mound visit. See how he's doing. See, Bard's got a horrible home run per 9. Jimenez is not great. So I'm going to let him... This might be his last batter, though.
Yep, that ball went out.
Not where I wanted that pitch, guys. Trying to put that inside.
One ball.
Ooh, rolled the dice there. Now I think we can get him. We're gonna go slider, though. Double play.
That's an out. Got him.
Jordan Zimmerman. 79 pitches. He can still pitch the 7th, probably.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Twins, number 54, Sergio Romo.
Sergio Romo, another guy like he's in a Diamond Dynasty. He was on my Marlins team when I played all 162.
For the Tigers,
Won the MVP with Giancarlo Stanton. All right, so let's see here. I actually think I'm going to let Zimmerman pitch the 7th. Sit down for now. Let's see. I mean, it probably will be one of those two guys if I need to go to somebody. I'd like to leave Buck Farmer in case we have to go through that murder's row again with its home runs per 9. So, ideally we get a day off today. So we got another new pitcher, slider, sinker, a lot of pitches low in the zone here. Oops.
0-1.
Tried to check swing that. Way too early. That might be gone. Nice. We needed a day like today. Finally hitting some home runs. Just a hanging slider. He's a breaking ball hitter. That's exactly what I was looking for. I was looking lower in the zone, but again, just let go of that left analog stick and it'll center it for you. Tigers batting today. That's a big run, too. It's another one of those towering home runs like the one Nelson Cruz hit in the first. Just way up. Let's see what the wind is today. Yeah, I mean, the wind is definitely helping those home runs.
The designated hitter, DJ Lowe.
Oh, I was just saying, I'm looking for kind of the same thing. I thought that was a slider, so a little early. Oh gosh.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Just a damn lumberjack for me. I'm looking low. If you throw something high, he'll strike me out.
He's out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Cameron Maybe.
Yeah, Eric, I'm getting some pitches to hit today. This is normally not the case if you watch these streams. Yeah, CJ Cron's fine. I mean, he's a 5 hitter. He's hitting some home runs and some doubles. He gets out a lot. It's fine. That's another possibly. Oh, they're just the other pitchers are dead tired. Whatever. I need some offense. I mean, I'll take this for the stats. Like this is like playing a like Division II school or something in college football. It's like we're playing a MAC school today. I'll take it. Well, Nico can pull everything to right field now with a runner on base. They won't play at a shift here. Another pitch right over the middle. He's looking for breaking balls again. He's hanging all of them, so I can just wait.
Nope, outside. Nope, outside. He beat it.
Barely.
Full count. He's out.
Now batting, the catcher, Jake Rogers.
Looking middle in here. We really got to be patient on the breaking ball.
Ball. Ball one, no strike.
Good speed on third, so a pass ball. I'll look to be a little aggressive, especially with 2 outs. Think about those things ahead of time. Ah, good pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, swung on a ball, but it broke more than I thought. Towering home run. Well, no, Zimmerman pitch. We need some rest.
Leading off for Minnesota.
Have these
The
guys
first
just
baseman,
kind of,
number 22,
you ready?
Miguel Zamora.
Hang on. You got time. 1-1. Hey.
2 off days next week, so even though he's getting pretty tired, we'll push it. We're going to get some good rest next week. Uh-oh, that's probably going. That's really fast. Damn. Every single run today has been off a home run. All solos, right? Why are they all cheering? Like throw it back or something? Like, look at this. Come on, crowd AI. What on earth are they doing? Is like someone just get engaged or something? Streaker? What is happening?
The batter, the right fielder, Matt Kepler.
Hey.
Done. As short a leash as you can get at this point.
I got a ball, 1 strike. That's ball 2.
Alright. It's officially it now. I want to get guys rest, but can't be
The batter,
stupid.
number 9,
Probably should have taken him out last batter, but
Marlon Gonzalez.
2 really hard hit balls, so.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Tigers, number 65, Xavier Cedeno.
Hey. 0-1's the count. Hey. No ball, 2 strikes.
He just carves people up.
Now batting, the left fielder, William Astudillo.
Ah, not a good pitch.
Now batting, catcher, Alex Avila.
Let's look at Avila's quirks here. He's a day player. Well, quick transfer. Very nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch. Attention, please. Now pitching for the Twins, number 21, Tyler Duffy.
Just missed that one.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Jordy.
He's 3 for 3, right? 2 home runs. A hanging slider. He's staring down the pitcher. What an ass. He's like, I'm Jordy Mercer. What up?
Ball, that's out. Ball.
Ooh, gosh. Really good pitch.
That's a ball.
The batter, the third baseman, Harold Castro.
Ooh, I thought that was a breaking ball.
That's out.
Oh, gosh. What am I swinging at?
Leading off for the Twins, the center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
We're going to keep him in.
Counts 1-0. That's a ball. 2 balls, no strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count. Ah! 2-2 the count. Full count. 3-2. Ball 4. That's it.
Goodness.
Low.
Don't want to walk in.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Luis Arias.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. He's safe. I got 2-1 the count. Ball 3. I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. I got 3-2.
Oh, thank goodness. Swung at ball 4.
The third baseman, number 13, A-Ray Adrianza.
First base occupied. You don't have to throw down. Ball in the dirt there. Well, he's just tired, but I really want him to face Cruz and Sano. I honestly might have to let him pitch that on this guy here, Adrianza.
No, he's safe.
I just don't know if he'll have the endurance to pitch to both guys.
Runner, yes, yes.
Shit.
Hey,
That was stupid.
he's safe.
Should have pushed out of the stretch on that. Ooh, I thought I got him. This will be his last batter, so I can really throw everything I need at him here.
Ball, that's just out.
Well, now we're going to walk Cruz. And we're going to
Now
pitch to
that's
Sano.
designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
You know, one thing I was thinking of that actually would be an advantage I should have done is for future games and even MLB teams is an intentional walk, bring in your next pitcher first. Because that'll count as their first batter, right? And it could just allow you to make a switch a little quicker. I mean, Joe Jimenez, I'd love to bring you in, but we actually don't need a strikeout here. We just need an out. 60 clutch. I mean, it's just that home run. I can't trust it. We're bringing a
Ladies and
tired
gentlemen,
Buck Farmer here.
your attention, please. Now pitching for the Tigers, number 45, Buck Farmer.
His 20th game. He's had 2 save opportunities, which this technically would count for at this point. He's 0 for 2. Again, guys in his position don't usually convert saves because he's a setup, but he has lost 2 saves in positions just like this. Is he a first pitch guy? No, he is a dead red though.
1-0.
That's good. That's where I wanted that. A lot of breaking balls now. Hey, thanks, Ryan. I don't know, Doug. That's a good question. How many home runs am I averaging with the Tigers in 1.6? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to have to guess. We're hitting a few more home runs. I mean, this game we have 4 of them. Maybe only the first or second time all season I've done that.
Leading up for the Tigers, the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
No, it'd either be Joe or Aroydis, depending on the score, but he's tired, but he's just too damn good. Ooh, a lot of breaking balls here.
Nope. Ball 1.
That sputter looks just like a changeup. I wonder what his changeup speed's going to be. Tyler Clippard's the guy I used to use in Diamond Dynasty too. Just adjusting that time still here.
The batter, number 8, second baseman.
All 7 runs, I believe, are off 7 solo home runs today. I think. Maybe the Twins have a 2-run shot. I'm trying to remember. A lot of home runs, though. Oh, I'm surprised I missed that. It's a really good matchup for Scope here.
Ball, that's out.
Love to get some insurance. A run or 2 here would be great. Ooh, just missed that. Ooh, gosh. So slow. Slow pitchers can be very useful on Diamond Dynasty, though.
DJ.
A lot of guys are geared up. You'll see all the time on Reddit, like, oh yeah, I always do a warm-up game. And I face, whatever, hardest thrower in the game. I wrote his Chapman. I just, okay, great. Well, I'm going to throw in, Tyler Clippard. I mean, their timing's all messed up, so it never made sense to me to warm up against one pitcher. Every pitcher is a little bit different.
Count 1-0.
If it were me, I mean, you should be warming up with a variety of different pitchers and kind of working on your ability to adjust to them. But I don't play Diamond Dynasty much, so I'll just leave it at that. Three groundouts for CJ Cron.
That's ball 3. The count is 3-1.
Ooh. Tried to sneak one by me there. Oh gosh, how did I miss that? Right down the middle.
Did he go?
He's our DH, so
The batter, the left fielder,
pinch run for him here.
Cameron.
What do we have though?
Your attention, please. Now running at first for the Tigers, number 22, Victor Reyes.
1-0. Ball. 2-0. That's ball 3. 3-0 the count.
I'm gonna give him the green light here. Not where I was looking.
1 strike. Nope. Ball 4.
The center fielder, number 28, Nico. Good draw.
Ball 1, no strike. Ball back outside. That's ball 3. I got 3-0. These days. Ball 4, take the day.
3 straight walks.
The catcher, number 34, Jake Rogers.
Oops. I mean, Jake, it's not that I don't have faith in you, but I mean, Christian Stewart hasn't been doing a whole lot better either, but I gotta make a move here.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Tigers,
Plus, it's a good defensive, so
number 14.
we'll switch out catchers.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Ball. Oh, gosh. Just missed it. Nice.
Now batting.
Tried to sneak that fastball by and just threw the bat at it. Yeah, the clutch rating probably helped me there. I mean, I hit it well. It actually worked out because, again, I was looking breaking ball, so the fact that he threw it outside helped me.
Now pitching for the Twins.
It's a big hit, though. We don't get many of those.
Corey Gary.
Count 1-0.
Doug, that's version 1.6, or weren't you one said you were using like 1.4 still, or?
Changed defensively for the Tigers. Now catching, number 14.
Well, we got some subs to make here.
Leading off for the Twins,
Let's see.
the right fielder, Max Kepler. Your attention, please. Now catching, number 7, Austin Roma. Now pitching for the Tigers, number
14 for 14. Any save opportunities. 28 strikeouts, 20 innings. On pace to make the All-Star game as the American League closer right now. Definitely a trade candidate for us. What I usually do for the All-Star game too is if I have a player who makes it, I'll usually player lock on them for that particular game. If we get more than one, we can figure something out. But quick work to him.
Now batting, shortstop, Marwin Gonzalez.
Yeah, Doug, you could definitely try that. Definitely I would lower power than a team like the Jays, or solid hits, but again, I'd have to see how everything else looks too, you know, because it's just hard to say. Like, if you also have too many doubles, it could be a solid hit problem. Because usually teams that have a ton of home runs, they'll actually have like a reduction in doubles. You know, it makes sense if they're hitting more home runs, but there's just a lot of variables.
0-1.
Uh-oh. That ball's hit really, really hard. Damn. Whew. Wow. A wind still kept that one in.
Now batting, the left fielder.
I haven't seen a home run to center field all season. Holy cow, he smoked that. Nico doing a nice job out there in center field. So again, the wind. Yeah, I guess the wind helped a little. Man, that ball was just smoked. Well, Tigers on their way to hopefully splitting this series with the Twins. I wanted to take 3 out of 4. It would have put us back to 500, but not quite. It's a long season, though. We are into the second quarter of the season.
I got to count 1 and 2.
And this little slider and end the damn game. Oh, got a piece of it. Let's throw the sinker.
Ball. I got to count 2 and 2.
That's your game. Do a quick look at the post game. If you guys have other requests we want to see, I'll probably advance to the next day. We can look at rookie prospects. Starting to get some more scouting reports back, so. Lighting off fireworks in the middle of the day. Tax dollars well spent. So I'm sure the Tigers paid for this fireworks, but still. Little Caesar's pizza money well spent. Jordy Mercer, player of the game.
Here now is
Who's
our
your
final
guy?
line score this afternoon.
Let's
First
check
for the
some
victorious Tigers, 6 runs,
batting
10
average
hits,
ball in play here.
no errors.
Yeah.
They left 6 men on base.
Pull up the old calculator.
For the Twins, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 21 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon.
Minnesota.
And we remind you to please
29
drive home safely.
7 hits. Home runs, they hit 2. Sacrifice flies, they hit 1. And they struck out 7 times, 4 walks. So they had a batting average ball in play, 238. Again, the home runs actually lower your batting average ball in play. So 238 for them. If we look at Detroit, ours might be low too, just because we had a lot of home runs. We had 32 at bats. We had 10 hits. 4 home runs? Yeah, 4 home runs. No sac flies. And we only struck out 4 times today. Ours was 250. So again, both were lower, just because the ball was leaving the yard a lot, so those don't come into play, obviously. So they're not in play by definition. So a couple doubles. Ugh, another caught stealing. Our base running's so bad this year. Yeah, Zimmerman was effective. Got tired towards the end there. Vizcaino picks up save 15. Yeah, not a bad game. Let's look at pitcher analysis. 65% strikes for the Tigers and Twins. First pitch 70 for the Tigers, 64, so a lot of strikes to do. They were throwing a lot of meatballs, so that doesn't always mean a good thing. Foul ball, Twins had a lot, 21%, 23 for the Tigers. Just a weird game where both teams were high. 19% swing and miss, just a tick low, but again, with the fouls being significantly higher, that's exactly why. Same thing there, we weren't striking out a ton. We were fouling off pitches, and yeah, just one of those games. So, but 15% and 21 is the average, so there's absolutely nothing that needs to be reported out of the ordinary there. So, very, very normal stuff. So the Tigers improve. Let's see. So we improved to 21 and 23. We were going to head to Seattle for a 3-game series and an off day on the road. 2-game series in San Francisco. Fly back east, home versus Tampa for next weekend. So, which is a 4-game wraparound series. So yeah, heading on the road here. West Coast trip starts tomorrow. Not sure when I'll stream that game. It could even be later tonight. I'm honestly not sure. Could be tomorrow morning. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be sometime between now and tomorrow evening. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I might as well stream those. I plan to stream most of the games this weekend. I've had some time. So you might actually get to see like 4 games in a row here, which could be cool. So let's see. Let's advance. Let's save. Let's adjust the slider here because I never did it in that game, which is okay. That team was pretty tired. I didn't want to completely crush them. Can I change that slider? Yeah, okay. Let's save this here. I'm pumped we hit some home runs finally. Maybe we'll start creeping up into the high 20s and not be last. Where we can take a look and see where we're ranked here. And we'll see if there's any updates on our prospects. Okay, so we do have some scouting reports back. Real quick though, let's see if that 4-game helped us. Oh, nope. We need another 4 home run game and we'll finally start creeping up into this range. So Seattle doesn't hit a lot of home runs either, so that'll be interesting. See if anything good going on. Nope. Athletics call up Carlos Perez, a catcher. Angels send down Jamie Barria or Yagi Barria. I'm not sure who that is. Some minor leaguers getting healthy. Angels bring back Luis Gohara. And some minor league injuries. Athletics lose catcher Austin Allen. Okay. Alright, we get some scouting reports real quick. The standings, we're now 3 games back, so amazingly still hanging around, still just kind of floating around 500 or so. So we have some scouting. We have 1 scouting report back. Mikey Krause has learned all he can about Vladimir Delgado. That's a first baseman, so let's see what we learned here. As potential came down a little bit. A nice player, but again, not a ton of power, but definitely he's still a very, very good hitter. Low injury rating. Definitely a really good player. Again, I think we talked about him in a previous stream where the knock was like, well, he's not a lot of power. And I said, well, look at, I mean, he's kind of like the right-handed Ichiro. If you want to look at it this way, like with his arm strength, his plate vision, his contact versus lefties. He's the right-handed Ichiro. And I mean, who wouldn't want that person on their team? So, yeah, he's an interesting player. I wish his primary position was one of those outfield spots, because that would definitely be where I end up playing a guy like this, probably in right field. So again, very, very similar to Ichiro. So he's the report we have back. Currently, we are scouting a few other players here. So we are in the midst of scouting Jay Curry. Where's Curry? So JT Curry, almost finished with him. He's looking pretty good. 80 potential is JT Curry, 6'1", but high injury risk. So that's a little troublesome. But again, not a great makeup for what I'm looking for. That home runs per 9, even the K per 9 a little bit lower than I like. Not super blown away by him. We're also scouting Ethan Gallo, starting pitcher, and again, his is coming back just about done. Not looking as promising as we had thought on him. And then another starting pitcher, Hideo Ikeda. And I believe this is a guy we were hoping we would see his K per 9 increase, when it actually has gone down. I think it was like 60 before or something like that. So again, not getting a whole lot of good stuff back on these guys. But we'll have a few more finished up here. Then I need to give Mikey Krause, who's our best positional player, scout, another task here. So let's see here. Chet Blum. Can definitely take a look at Chet Blum. He's not bad. He's a really good fielder. He's an okay hitter. He's a guy I would like to, obviously, you'd like to draft a guy like this, but I don't know about number 1 overall. I don't know. We'd have to see. He's definitely worth scouting. CJ Rowan, actually, a very similar player. Can play anywhere in the outfield. Alfred McNeil. Greg Stanley looks pretty solid. I'd like to see a little bit more power, probably, but again, good hitter. Definitely a good hitter. Just not a lot of positional range. I'm going to have him look at Greg Stanley. Alright, so there we go. Got a lot done on the stream. A lot going on for sure. Like I said, I'll be streaming a lot this weekend. Ryan's going to be streaming here shortly. I know he had to step away, but he has his Prospecting for Gold series, which is another MLB The Show series that'll be on here in just very, very shortly, really, in the next hour, I think, and next 45 minutes. And again, that's going to be just really kind of a prospect-heavy stream. There's a lot more simulating going on and that sort of thing, and just kind of seeing how the game performs and behaves there. So anyway, subscribe to the YouTube channel because it'll ping you for that. It'll ping you when I'm streaming again. And yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see. Like I said, I've been doing some NCAA. We've been doing some head coach. I mean, I have a lot of even throwback games like, College Hoops 2K8. There's just a lot of different things that we could be taking a look at. Super Mega Baseball, FIFA. I'm really open to whatever. So, but I am Mike Lowe. You can find out more about Sim Sports Gaming by going to that website. You can join our Discord. That's where all of our leagues and different channels communicate. You can follow me personally at Twitter, MikeLow47. But until next time, everyone, thanks for watching. Go Tigers, and I'll see you next time.